the game's not over. There's a shootout that we need to play here. You know what, guys? It's the last game of the season. Screw it. I'm shooting out my reactions here. Let's turn the television back on. They're doing highlights of our previous shootouts, but overall, this has been an incredible game. Screw it. I don't care if we gave up our draft position to Anaheim because we got a point in this game. This game has been great. Okay, Thatcher Demko, okay. Interestingly enough, the Vancouver Canucks, I mean, they already got a point in overtime, so no matter what happens in the shootout, they have the same amount of points. They can't go up, they can't go down in the standings. They've already overtaken Anaheim because they got a point. So why not get a goal? Why not win the game here, end the season on a high note, end the season at 500? And if the Vancouver Canucks lose in this shootout, then I'm just going to be completely talking out of my behind here, but the shootout is about to go underway. Things were great in this game, and ooh, okay, St. Louis Blues, it's Ryan O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly, Bo Horvat's father figure in terms of the way he plays the game. I remember back when Bo Horvat was drafted, they said Ryan O'Reilly was the comparable. And Ryan O'Reilly is coming in right now. Demko, standing tall. He's got that 5-hole open, and Ryan O'Reilly, okay, he backhands it. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's 1-0 in the shootout, but as we said, Ryan O'Reilly, Bo Horvat, these two were the face-off meisters coming into this game, and Bo Horvat basically comes away with the most face-offs won, as Ryan O'Reilly didn't get that much success in the playoffs, or excuse me, in the face-offs, not the playoffs. But overall, they had a good matchup. Vancouver Canucks, of course, they scored 2 goals in this one. This one was nice. Pettersson is now out there on the ice. What an overtime he had. Oh, man. Elias Pettersson dashes right in. Forehand feed. Oh, my goodness. That's the Calder. That's the Calder right there decided. Jordan Binnington makes the save. Just kidding. Pettersson got a goal earlier, which already solidified him as the Calder winner. But Jordan Binnington, obviously, he's the guy that we were talking about yesterday as the Calder potential stealer from Elias Pettersson. He was there. He was in this game. He made a ton of great saves, but he let up 2 goals, and one of them was late, which sent the game over into overtime. But now, David Perron is taking his shot over here against Thatcher Demko. What's going to go on here? Crosses the blue line. Perron coming in with some speed. Oh my goodness, no! Oh my gosh. St. Louis, man, we know that they're in a pickle right now. They really need to get those points to get themselves over the Winnipeg and the Nashville hump to get that home ice advantage. 5-hole. Yeah, he shoots it before that butterfly is reached. And now Brock Boeser has to score. Oh man, come on Brock. Come on Brock. Come on Brock. Okay. So, I was I was wrong. They didn't win. Yeah, who cares? St. Louis, man, you guys got your home ice advantage. Great. That's great. Or, excuse me, I don't know if it's guaranteed. It depends on the Nashville-Winnipeg game. Something like that. This wasn't a regulation or overtime when this was a shootout, so I think that might have an effect. I'm not too sure. But, yeah, I know, they only flashed the graphic on the screen like 10 times this broadcast. I didn't pay attention. But the Vancouver Canucks lose the last game of the season. And the video title, the video topic, the thumbnail, it's future. And that is the most confident, the most incorporated, that feeling of future has been instilled within me watching any of these Canucks games in the past, like, 5 years. Because everybody, especially in the overtime, came to play. Everybody that we wanted to see come to play came to play. Let's talk about them all here first. Going over through the game, Tanner Pearson gets himself his 9th Vancouver Canucks goal in like 21 games or something like that. Seriously, Tanner Pearson, you guys know that Tanner Pearson has legitimately been pretty good playing for the Vancouver Canucks this year, and he basically takes things over himself. This is on the power play. He's the guy in his own end. He takes it. He goes across right through the neutral zone, doesn't drop pass it, splits the D, goes to the backhand, and he 5-holes it in. Tanner Pearson shows what happens when you don't drop it pass right there on the power play. No drop passes for Tanner Pearson, and he scores a goal. That was cool. Speaking about end-to-end rushes, Brock Boeser kind of did similar things in this game. There was one play in particular where Brock Boeser took the puck up in the neutral zone, came in, split the D, went to the backhand, and it was saved. That looked like a fantastic Connor McDavid kind of like play right there. And seriously, it's kind of weird comparing Boeser to McDavid, but like seriously, he did that. He split the D, he went over to one side, cut through, and baffled everybody watching that because it was like, oh my gosh, what was that? Brock Boeser, can you do that more, please? He didn't score on that play. He didn't score on this game, but the Vancouver Canucks had some pretty good chances for that as well. Speaking about the young guys, Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes had a goal in this one. Yeah, that's right, you're hearing me correctly. He had a goal, but you know why it didn't count? Because Tim Schaller was in the crease and he blocked it. Ugh. My goodness. The puck was going in. The puck beat Binnington, but Schaller, who was tangled up from an earlier play, was behind the net, popped out in front into the paint, and he blocked it. That was going to be Quinn Hughes' first NHL goal, and Tim Schaller stopped it. Ah, come on, man. You can't get any more Canucks than that. But with 2 minutes left in the third period on the power play, Elias Pettersson gets himself his goal here, the Calder securing goal here against Jordan Binnington, the guy against him for the Calder. It was a one-timer. It was the old-fashioned, good old PD one-timer. Edler sends it across. Pettersson on the face-off circle, rips it home. It's blocker side. It's in the net. Tied up and going into overtime. Things were looking pretty nice. Now, I already said it. We overtook Anaheim in the standings because we got a point in this one. So, who cares? Who cares? That's one draft spot that we're dropping down by, but for a game like that, it's fine. I think it's fine. This game was really entertaining. The young guys put on a show, especially in the overtime. Brock Boeser, Elias Pettersson, and Quinn Hughes pulling off their magic once more. Fantastic puck control. John Shorthouse said it best, the puck was on a string, and everybody was absolutely dazzled by what these three were able to do. Of course, they didn't score, but who cares? There were a lot of opportunities where they could have gotten a shot off, but if it were up to me, I think that they probably did do a little bit too many fancy passes. Like, I mean, sure, they were looking for the best shot available, but they could have shot it a few more times. That's just my personal opinion. If I had to critique them, obviously I don't want to do that, but, like, they were amazing, so whatever, I'm still gonna give my opinion. But Thatcher Demko was another young guy in this game who was absolutely amazing. 34 saves in the overtime. He was incredible too. Demko is really starting to look like a solidified NHL talent, which is great. It's what we expected out of him back when we drafted him in 2014. And I know it's maybe been a bit longer, his transition period from the minors over to the NHL, but hey, he's here now, and he's probably going to be a full-time guy next season. We got no more Anders Nielsen, Mike McKenna, Marek Mazanec drama going on anymore. It's going to be Markstrom and Demko, so that's going to be great to see. But overall, this was a glimpse into the future. And not only was it a glimpse just from the young guys that we saw, but from the guys that we have on the team now. Edler. He already solidified himself as one of the best Canucks defensive performances we've seen in this season in a while. And he got himself an assist here. Okay, that's great. Tanner Pearson got himself a goal. He's been fantastic. He's at a 38-goal pace for the Vancouver Canucks over 82 games. And we got this guy for Goodbranson. Seriously. Seriously, that's cool. Thatcher Demko, as I said, he's been great. Pettersson, Boeser, Hughes, they've been great. Bo Horvat, #1 face-off man in the league, he was great. And now, the other guys that we haven't really been seeing in the lineup in a while, Pouliot, Goldolbin, we don't know what's going to go on with them. No idea if they come back next year, but whatever. Whatever. It's not like we necessarily need those players, but at the same time, they haven't really been showing us the best that they could have throughout these games that they played, but the Vancouver Canucks ultimately end things off here against the St. Louis Blues. It's a shootout loss, and Thatcher Demko really stole the show here up until the shootout, but the Vancouver Canucks, they gave us something to cheer about in this final game, and even though they did give up a draft spot by going into overtime, I don't really care. Seriously. Jim Benning and the scouting staff, they've been great, and I trust them. Wherever they go, I trust them. Whether that's 1st overall, or whether that's 12th, 9th, or 10th overall, I trust them. Please give us Cole Caulfield. But that concludes it. That concludes the season, basically. Thank you guys for sticking around here. I haven't covered every single game, but I did cover what I could have. And overall, the videos, of course, are not going to stop. There's still so much more to cover in terms of Vancouver Canucks and the NHL and prospects and all that stuff that I love to talk about. But as for the games, this was the last one of the year. Until September. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this season. Be ready for the future, guys. Twitter or posting the Gaming. And bye.